لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم التغابن. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أعاذني الله وإياكم من النار. Dear brothers in Islam, let me first of all praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him, we seek His help and His forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evils of ourselves and the evil consequences of our deeds. Wallahi, whosoever Allah guides, none can misguide him. And whosoever Allah misguides, wallahi, none can guide him. We praise Allah again, who has chosen for us the religion of Islam, which is the only acceptable religion to Him. And we praise Allah again, who has made us Muslims, that we may bear witness to the fact that all the messengers from Noah, Ibrahim, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Jesus Christ, the son of Mary, to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all these messengers have conveyed the divine messages to the people. And we praise Allah again, who has made Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be our witness on the day of resurrection. It is the day that neither your money, your wealth, your children will be useless except one who goes to Allah with a clean heart. So we ask Allah to clean our heart. We ask Allah to purify our heart. May Allah distance our heart from hypocrisy, jealousy, hatred to each other. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open our heart to accept truth, no matter the direction that it comes from. Dear brothers in Islam, we should know that the best of speech, wallahi, is the book of Allah. And the best of guidance is the guidance of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the evils of all religious matter is their innovation. Wallahi, every innovation is a misguidance, and every misguidance leads to hellfire. May Allah protect us. I wish I was understanding Zabarma language very well. I will just have translated all what have been said to English, but unfortunately, I blame myself for not knowing this blessed language. This one shows the weakness of man, dear brothers. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, Ba'da uzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِندَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِندَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. O mankind, we created you from a single male and a single female, Adam and Hawa. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ, and we made you into nation, not nation, into people and tribe. Maybe we ask Allah, why? Allah, why didn't you just create us to be Chinese, all of us? Why didn't you just create us to be black, all of us? Allah gave the answer before you asked the question, and He gave it with lamu ta'lil, lamu illa, li ta'arafu. It is just for you and I and us and everybody to know each other. It is not for you and I to feel that we are superior to other race. We are superior to other people. We are superior to other tribes. That is the sickness of our society today. That's why the Quran makes it very clear. لِتَعَارَفُوا. It is just for you and I to know each other, to understand each other, to be happy to understand the culture of each other, the philosophy of one another, the way of life of one another. It becomes a source of knowledge. That's why Allah makes it very clear. Inna akramakum indallah. The best of you in the sight of Allah. The most honored of you, but in the sight of Allah, not you and I. Because I know we that are gathered in this mosque today, some of us, the best of us is the person that has money in cap, follows, goros. It is the best. I think as I'm preaching like that, if Dangote enter here, maybe I will stop the preaching. Because our mentality has changed. We feel that the best of us is the person who have money. Some is that the best of us should come from their tribe. Some, the best of us should come from their nation. That's why Allah make it very clear. Inna akramakum indallahi ataqakum. Allah only insists that indallah. That means according to the perspective of divine justice. As far as divine justice is concerned, Allah doesn't look at us like tribes, like countries, like nation. He look at us like one people. He repeated again, Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. The one who has the one amongst all who has the fear of Allah. He is the best among us. Dear brothers, the challenges we are facing ahead of us, I will take you all to the Quran and do a comparative analysis with our present situation and the situation of the period before the coming of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم أنزل عليكم من بعد الغم أمنة نعاسا يغشى طائفة منكم وطائفة قد أهمتهم أنفسهم يظنون بالله غير الحق ظن الجاهلية. In Arab, Allah said, أفحكم الجاهلية يبغون ومن أحسن من الله حكما لقوم يوقنون. Then Allah said, وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَا تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. And he says, إِذْجَعَلَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فِي قُلُوبِهِمُ الْحَمِيَّةَ حَمِيَّةَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. The light of Islam has appeared in this world to destroy the image of Jahiliyyah. That's why this word Jahiliyyah was revealed in the Quran 4 times. Jahiliyyah, ya'un nisbatun ila al-jahl. And this is a period when the world was in darkness of tribalism, darkness of ignorance, darkness of nationalism, patriotism, regionalism, chauvinism. The world was in darkness. That's why the Quran make it very clear. Alif Lam Ra, Kitabun أنزلناه إليك لتخرج الناس من الظلمات إلى النور. What is the darkness? That Quran has come down to take us away from that darkness. If we look these 4 ayahs that I just mentioned, it is talking of 4 very, very important topics. The first one is Zannul Jahiliyyah. The second one is Hukmul Jahiliyyah. The third one is Tabarrujul Jahiliyyah. And the last one is Hamiyatul Jahiliyyah. You see these 4 diseases? Wallahi, we will never be in peace. Muslim will never be in peace and harmony and happiness in this world and the year after. Wallahi, until we uproot these 4 evils amongst us in our society. The evils of Zannul Jahiliyyah. This is the disease of the heart. When you start thinking and your thinking is in harmony with the thinking of the people who lived before Islam, the Arabs before Islam, they don't have good intention vis-a-vis Allah. They don't even know him. Talk less of thinking positively vis-a-vis Allah. That's why Allah said Zannul Jahiliyyah. Because when this verse was revealed, you all know in Ghazwatul Uhud what happened with the believers. Some of them, Allah says, summa anzala alaykum min ba'dil ghammi amanatan nu'asa. Yaghsha ta'ifatan minkum. Muslims were in tremendous, monumental fear. There were just 700 of them facing 3,000 army, more than 200 camels with food, with everything. The Muslims have only, I think, one horseman, while these people have about 300 horsemen. The Muslims have nothing at all. These are the Muslims, 700 people. They have no weapon, they have no food, nothing at all. Facing 3,000 people, well prepared to fight war, who came from Mecca, Abu Sufyan and his military. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala manifested a great miracle here. Why people are facing this type of enemy? They come and see them, they are sleeping. They don't care, sleeping in this terrible situation. Why? Because they have faith. It was not all of them that were convinced that they have this certainty. Let me narrate for us something. One day there was a town. The people of that town were suffering from lack of rainfall, lack of water. They were living in a deserted land. These people have been waiting for rain for the past 3 to 4 years. You know how the difficulties will be. Do you know what happened? They decided to go and beg Allah and ask for rain. All of them went out of the town to ask Allah for rain. The sheikh, the Muslims, the elders, the youth, everybody went out to ask Allah for rain. One young man, while going out, he took his umbrella. One single young man went out with his umbrella. Why the Imam himself, he didn't even go with he didn't even carry his umbrella. When they reached there to pray, that young man who went out with his umbrella, he even arrived late. Many of them saw him with umbrella. They said, well, this young man, are you mocking us? We don't have water. We come to ask Allah, then you are coming out with umbrella. Instead, do you know the reason he went out with umbrella? Al-Iman. He has faith in his dua. He has faith in Allah. He has faith in his conviction. That's why Allah said, wal asri innal insana. You and I all are lafi khusri. We are in terrible khusri. We have lost. We are poor, we are wretched, we are bankrupt as we are here like this. Illa alladhina amanu. Except those who have certainty in Allah, those who faith is very, very strong, like this young man. It was because of this young man that the rain, Allah descended the rain. Because he has that conviction that as a Muslim, as somebody who will do his dua, Allah will accept. You and I today, who still have that type of faith, who still have that type of conviction as Muslim. So, dear brother, lafi khusrin, it means we are in tremendous. Now, I want to digest this 4 points, but I like us to choose one and analyze it vis-a-vis our present situation. As I said, the sickness of the heart, the sickness of chauvinism, the sickness of women. Wallahi, my brother, if our women are not straightforward, the entire ummah will never be straightforward. If the way we judge each other, our hukum al-jahiliyyati yabagun. That's why Ali ibn Madini, one of Bukhari's scholars, if I haven't forgotten, somebody told him that, Ya Shaykhana, there is somebody that is not doing justice amongst his children. What should we do? He didn't answer. He gave the answer saying, Afa hukm al-jahiliyyati yabagun. Some of us, when these verses are being recited, we want to think that there must be a Sharia court, there must be an international Sharia law, we must live in a Sharia country before we do hukumullah. No! Listen to Ali ibn Madini telling that questioner that man, that particular man that is not doing justice amongst his children, afa hukm al-jahiliyyati yabghun? Is he looking for other judgment to judge his children beside the judgment of Allah? Is he looking for the judgment of the time of ignorance? It means that you and I, when we want to understand each other, between you and your wife, wallahi, there must be hukmullah. You must judge your wife. You must treat your wife based on the teaching of Islam. I remember one day I was preaching about how parents cannot curse their children. There was somebody who asked me that, but dear Sheikh, if we continue such a preaching, it means that some children will even disrespect their parents. Yes, the problem that children are disrespecting their parents is because parents are teaching their children to respect them. Wallahi, if you teach your child to respect you, he will never respect you. Teach your child to do what? To fear Allah. Teach your child, just teach your child to fear Allah. Your child will honor you. Your child will respect you. Your child will even obey you. Obedience is only for Allah and His Messenger. Our fear, our struggle, our suffering today is that we want to solve our own problem by our own thinking. It is impossible. Afa hukm al-jahiliyyati yabghun? Do you want to solve your own problem with your own might, with your own power, your own wisdom, with your own knowledge? What do you know to solve? Can you solve any problem in this world? Ahum yakasimuna rahmat rabbik nahnu qasamna bainahum ma'ishatahum fil hayatid dunya wa rafa'na ba'dahum fawqa ba'din darajatin liyattakhidha ba'dahum ba'dan sukhriya. Subhanallah. Can you even imagine even our provision? When you go out to look for your provision, what to eat, what to cover your nudity, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes it away from you. He said that He is the one. Nanu qasamna bainahum ma'ishatahum fil hayatid dunya. That provision, that food that you are eating, that clothes that you can wear, the car you can ride, wallahi, it is Allah's gift, not you. Wallahi, your power, your thinking, your wisdom can never give you money. Yes or no? That's why Allah, you see, there is no formula for money. There is no formula. Nobody can tell you that when you follow this system, you will be rich. I've been listening to Dangote, sometimes Warren Buffett, sometimes Bill Gates, sometimes Mark Zuckerberg. These people, well, for example, when they come to Nigeria, if journalists ask them, how do you make your money? They will say, I make my money because I start thinking that I need to open Facebook. I start to think that I want to open Amazon. Jeff Bezos will say, no, it was a time that he was sleeping. He started thinking that, no, he need to open Amazon. That means online business. Elon Musk will say that, no, when I was a child in South Africa before I traveled to America, I want to build SpaceX. Wallahi, do kariya suke. Nobody, he don't even know how he become rich. When you ask him, how do you become rich? He don't know. He don't know because whenever he's been asked, how do you become rich? The answer he will give here today, when you go to London, he will give another answer. When you go to the United States, he will give another answer because he himself, he don't even know how he become rich. Who gave him that richness? Allah. If we can accept the destiny, the power of Allah in giving richness, why can't we accept the way, the system of Allah amongst us? Wallahi, dear brother, see us here. Do you know what make us to be here today together? Is it not Islam? Is it because of tribe? Is it because of nationality? Is it because of money? If it is because of Islam that we are here inside this mosque, why can't we be in the market because of Islam? Why? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in a hadith, he said that as far as two Muslims are doing business, as far as two Muslims are discussing business, this one is the seller, this one is the buyer. as far as they didn't cheat one another, as far as they didn't hide something, burika lahuma fi bay'ihima, Allah will bless them in their transaction. Wallahi, dear brothers, if we just accept the judgment of Allah amongst us, treat your wife based on what Allah told you. Don't treat her based on what she wants. Don't treat your children based on what you want. Treat your children based on what Prophet Muhammad taught you how to treat your children. That is the fundamental message of Islam. Wallahi, with this message, we can reconquer the world, because the world has been taken from Muslims since 1924. Since 1924, when they are talking of Islam in this world, when they are talking of the world, they don't talk about Islam. Since 1924, during the fall of the Ottoman Empire of Turkish. This is the problem. This is the fundamental problem. It started when Arabs started thinking of Arab nationalism, Pan-Arabism. We are Arab. We are Arab. Where are the Arabs today? They have become slaves to the white man, yes or no? Yes, because they started thinking that why should we Arab be following the Turkish people? Because the entire Muslim world was under the government of Ottomania. And Uthmania, this Ottoman Empire, the headquarters is Istanbul, Constantinople of today. This Istanbul, the head of that empire, Muslim empire, is not an Arab man. Arabs started saying that why we Arab, why people from Istanbul will be governing us. Since they decided to kick out the Ottoman or the Turkish, where are they today? They have become more slaves. That's why Usman Dan Fodio, Abdullahi Gwandu, in what of his treaty, he say, وَنَحْنُ عَلَى الْإِسْلَامِ جَمْعٌ تَنَاصَرُ وَلَسْنَا بِشَيْءٍ دُونَهُ نَتَرَفَّأُ خَبَائِلَ الْإِسْلَامِ تُعْرَفُ هَيْبَتُنَا فُلَانِينَا هَوْسَوِينَا وَكُلُّ مُجْمَعُ. Abdullah ibn Gwandu said, we وَنَحْنُ عَلَى الْإِسْلَامِ جَمْعٌ تَنَاصَرُ. We are gathered, we have come together under the flag of Islam. Tanasaru, we are helping one another, we are helping each other, not because you are a Hausa man, not because you are a Zabarma, not because you are Fulani. Alal Islami Jam'un Tanasaru. Can you imagine what happened during the time of Usman Dan Fodio? Usman Dan Fodio started his jihad in 1804 and completed it when he died in 1817. Dear brother, 1804 to 1817, how many years is that? 1804 to 1817. 1804 to 1817, is it not 13 years? Islam dominated the entire Sahel region, the entire northern Cameroon, and the entire northern Nigeria, right to Ilorin. Why? The military of Usman Dan Fodio, were they Fulanis only? No! They were Hausas, they were Zabarma, they were Fulani, they were Nupawa. They were united under what? Under Islam. And Allah gave them victory. Are we gathered under Islam? We? I have a student, one girl student that I heard that somebody asked for her hand. Somebody asked for her hand for marriage. Somebody want to marry her. They told that person that his ancestors were slaves, so they will not give him that girl. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi. His ancestors, not even he, not even his ancestors were slaves. They will not give him a girl. And both of this family, the man seeking for that marriage is a Muslim. The parents of that girl are Muslim, but they are going to Jahiliyyah. Afa hukmal jahiliyyati yabagun. That's why when Abdullah Gwandu was saying that وَنَحْنُ عَلَى الْإِسْلَامِ جَمْعٌ تَنَاصَرُ, he said that وَلَسْنَا بِشَيْءٍ دُونَهُ نَتَرَفَّأُ. Wallahi, without okay, the preaching is in English, you know. Yes. That's why he said that we, without Islam, without Islam, walasna bi shay'in dunahu natarafa'u. Wallahi, our wealth, our money, our strength, all those things, if we come together with it, it will not help us except with Islam. He said that without Islam, we will not be nothing. Usman Dan Fodio was born in Gobir, a very poor Fulani young man. He has nothing. He studied in Niger. Even his school, his teacher was from Niger, but today, the white man has come.
I'm sorry, please, Madam, for interruption.
Naam.
Just that court where Malam was asking you to explain a little in Hausa language.
Now.
For other brothers.
Okay, I will do maybe if there is time. Okay.
Just for 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. I will do that. Let me just complete now what happened during Usman Dan Fodio. Usman Dan Fodio, he is a Fulani man. Gabadabaya. But listen to what he is saying. Usman Dan Fodio says, praising his teacher Jibril Umar, he said, in qila fiyya bi zaharil ghaibi ma qila fa mawjatun ana min amwaj Jibrila. Can you imagine a Fulani man saying that if people are praising me, people are loving me, people are in love with me, people are honoring me, he said, I am nothing, I am just a foam among the foam of Jibril Umar al-Agadasi from Agadas. See the power of Islam. Usman Dan Fodio gathered his military from different Qaba'il, different tribes, different people under the leadership of one thing, which is Islam, and Allah gave them victory. In Tansurullah Yasurkum. But today we have 2 billion Muslims in this world. 2 billion Muslims. Wallahi, just 6 million non-Muslims are controlling the entire Muslim world. They are ruling the entire Muslim countries because we are not united under the banner of Islam. We are united under the banner of nationalism, under the banner of chauvinism, under the banner of patriotism. These are useless things in Islam. As a Muslim in Nigeria, if a Muslim is Palestine, he has headache, you got to feel that headache. Are we living like that? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-Muslimuna kal-bunyan yashuddu ba'duhu ba'da." Muslim, like it is like a building. In another hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-mu'minuna fi tawaddihim wa tawatufihim wa tawarahumihim kal-bunyan كجسد الوادي إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والهمة أو كما قال عليه من ربه أفضل الصلوات والتسليم. Are we really like that today? Are we really? إذا اشتكى منه عضو. Just imagine now your nail just here is paining you. Will you sleep? Will your eyes sleep? Will your ear even be listening? Will your stomach eat happily? No, you will totally be confused because you are nailed just one finger. Let's just say one finger. It's not in harmony. It's sick. But today, look at us here. Some of us, there was one Muslim that was asking me, Palestine. Subhanallah, you don't even know. Your brothers have been killed. Your brothers have been massacred. But you are cut off from them in the name of nationalism. This one is a Saudi. This one is a that's why you see these Arab countries, Allah punish them with some certain name. When you go to Saudi Arabia, they call themselves Al-Mamlakatul Arabiyatus Saudiya. It is a Arab kingdom, Arabia. It is an Arab kingdom. When you go to Egypt, they call themselves Jumhuriyatul Masr Arabi. It is an Arab country. United Arab Emirates. It is Arab country. Are they putting Islam in their name? No, that is why you see they are useless. That's how they have become useless. They have become like, I don't even know how to categorize them. They have become the most useless people on earth. Because they have abandoned what took them, what raised them. The Arabs were Bedouin, they were villagers, they have no civilization. That's why when the Quran came, he divided the world into two. The Arabs were living in the period of Jahiliyyah. Everything about them was ignorance. Allah came with Islam. Islam raised the Arab. Islam took the Arab to the highest level. In less than 1 year, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam left this dunya. He died. Immediately after he died, Abu Bakr came to power, an Arab. 2 years time, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was leaving this dunya, don't forget, there was a military campaign that Prophet Muhammad has already organized under Osama ibn Zayd. This Osama was a young man who was going to an expedition with military great men like Umar under Osama. Do you think that there's no wisdom? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam died while Osama was already out of Medina going to take Islam to the Roman Empire. Sahaba gathered and told Umar that Umar, it is terrible now that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is dead, and you see Qaba'ilul Arab tribes, they have rejected Islam. They say since Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is dead, we too we will not follow Islam. Some of them say no, we will be praying, but we will not give zakat. Some start gathering their army to go and attack Medina. Sayyidina Abu Bakr, the man amongst men, he said, Wallahi, as far as it is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who has sent that military expedition over under Osama, he said even dogs will be eating Ummahatul Mu'minin. Even dogs will come to Medina, eating Aisha, eating the wife of Prophet Muhammad, Zainab, and so on. And even birds will come from the sky, cutting our head. He said, Wallahi, I will send Osama to go to take Islam to the Roman Empire. Because they have faith. They have that belief. But we look at us. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Sayyidina Umar, who was even advising Sayyidina Abu Bakr, say, Masa, the thing, you don't battle, please. You know these people now. And you know what happened? Nothing gave Islam that power. La antum ashaddu rahabatan fi sudurihim min Allah, walakinnakum al-yawma nuriduna an najida hadhihi raba min anfusina bi amwalina. Hadha huwa al-Islam? No. Allah said, you Muslim, you are more frightful in the heart of the enemies than min Allah. That fear that they have towards you, it comes from Allah. Will Allah give us that honor, that power, just because we answer the name Islam? No. قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. There is a difference between Muslim and a believer. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. Dear brother, the challenges we are facing today, nothing will make us solve this our problem without unity. Wallahi, let's start developing this spirit of unity, spirit of oneness. Let's just abandon this evil issue that the white man has brought to us, nationalism, tribalism. Wallahi, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one day he became very, very angry. Do you know why? Abu Dharr al-Ghifari told Bilal that yabna aswada aw kama qala. Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, the person that you know who Abu Dharr al-Ghifari is in the sight of Allah. One day he has an issue with Bilal ibn Abi Rabah from Ethiopia. Abu Dharr al-Ghifari told Bilal that, oh, you Bilal, the son of a black woman. Prophet Muhammad said, what? I am alive. Abu Dharr, you are saying such thing, I am still alive? Accusing other person race because he's a black man, you feel you are superior than him? لا فضل لعربي على عجمي ولا لعجمي على عربي ولا لأسود على أحمر ولا لأحمر على أسود كلكم من آدم وآدم خلق من تراب. There is no superiority. Who are you? You are a white man. Just see what is happening in England today. These people came to Africa. They destroyed, they killed, they slaughtered. Only in West Africa, they took more than 20 million slaves. Tie them. Go to Badagry, you will see where they took our grand ancestors. They chained them like dogs, like slaves. They chained them, put them inside the ship, transport them through the Atlantic Ocean to America. It is expected that more than 8 million African Muslims from Senegal, from Gambia, from Mali, here in Nigeria, from Cameroon, they died in the Atlantic Ocean. Because they were thrown into the Atlantic Ocean just because they were affected with tuberculosis. And those who arrived there, they were enslaved for 400 good years. They have no freedom. This same England today, these children of the slave master, they say they don't want black in their country. Have you not seen what is happening in England today? This week, they say they don't want strangers in there. See people who invaded our land, kidnap our ancestors, rape our mothers, do all type of atrocities. England was built by our ancestors. America was built by our ancestors. But they are now matching that they don't want us in their country. إذ جعل الذين في قلوبهم الحمية حمية الجاهلية الأولى. We also we are suffering from this disease. There was a time that Saudi Arabia kicked out Muslim from Saudi Arabia. I said to myself, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." And it is not that from Saudi Arabia, from Mecca and Medina, dear brothers. Before Saudi Arabia was founded in 1932, our ancestors, before going to Mecca, they would take food. They said, because we are going to Mecca, there is poverty in Mecca, there is poverty in Medina. So they used to take food.
Agama zai kai da zaka yi mana fi sabilillah insha Allah. Dan yi? Na yi mana fi sabilillah. Okay. To wato na gama ci gaba da fi sabilillah ko da in ka yanzu ba masara in ka fassara abin da kake ka fassara masari da daren ka gama wani yanzu sai kai kokari ka daure maganar ka tsaya sannan ka ci gaba da neman fi sabilillah.
Okay. To Allah samu dace. I think the time is showing us finger. What we have said, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us. The mistake that I have done, it is from me and from Shaitan. So may Allah forgive us. I have been asked to translate some points that I mentioned from English to Hausa. Although those points are very many, I don't even know the special point. But I think the most important point that I mentioned is the life of Usman bin Fodio, who is our father in faith, our spiritual father. Usman bin Fodio, as I said, Okay, nam. Okay. Wato na tattauna kan matsaloli manya-manya guda hudu da na kawo a cikin Kur'ani, wadda Allah ya alakanta waɗannan halayyar din da jahiliya. Kuma nace jahiliya wani zamani ne. Okay, to insha Allah. To mana. To insha Allah bijimin malami Sheikh Siraj Sarafuddin zai yi wannan ta'alikin da kuke bukata an yi insha Allah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Na
mana minti 5 ya isa. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A yan uwa, kamar yanda aka yi alƙawaranta cewa insha Allah minti karfe 1:00 insha Allah za a tada sallah. To